don't know. What will I do know? My father is dead. What is the point of living if he is no longer here? I am alone in this world. Nothing is the same.
Ophelia, stop. Don't do it. This is not the way out of your pain. I know you can get off this.
Without my father, I am nobody. He was all I had left.
No, wait. Ophelia is not the way.
I am asking you, Hamlet.
Don't know.
I'll repeat the question, Hamlet. Do you have something to do with what happened with Ophelia?
No, because it will have something to do with what happened with Ophelia.
You have a lot to do.
We?
Mainly because you were his loved one, and you have a relationship with the death of his father.
Exactly, so speak.
I only know that Ophelia had the same father and her father dead.
How do you say it without any remorse, Hamlet?
We should. I have any remorse. I have nothing to do with it. Oh, yes, I don't know.
Well, we will tell you what happened to your so-called sweetheart.
We found the body in the river.
Aha, what about that?
Well, we suppose that since you have been the one who has killed Polonio, why not go for his daughter?
In simple words, Hamlet, you are the prime suspect in the case of Ophelia death.
Exactly. We just need to know what happened. To take her to the chapel to pay for his funeral. And if you turn or innocent as you say you are, then we'll see what happened to you.
I tell them that I don't know what happened. I can do and tell barbarities, but not something like that.
Okay.
Me! I saw Ophelia before she jumped into the river. No one pushed her. She did it on her own. I tried to stop her, but it was no use.
Hello, come this way, please.
What happened, Guillermo? What is this woman doing here making a tremendous scandal?
Oh, I know this woman. She's Gertrudis. We've run into each other a couple of times. What is she doing here?
He claims to be a witness to what really happened with Ophelia. He's waiting for you to be able to tell everything he knows.
Okay, Guillermo, let the witness pass.
Well, what happened today was that I was arriving at Rio Pueblo, and that was when I saw.
Because we will believe this woman. Could be lying. She used a parrot like that, nothing more.
And my years of life I have been accused of being a liar. But at this moment, the only thing I have is my word. Please, I only ask you to listen to me.
Calm down, Gertrudis. Breathe and continue.
Then I saw Ophelia in the middle of the river. She looked very sad, desolate, and above at time. She showed the things on which living did not make sense without her father being here.
Gertrudis, go on.
It may be that the death of his father, Polonio, has affected him, just having depression, and that nobody has noticed.
I understand. Depression is something difficult. Tells it with the native aim.
Yes, Claudio, not everyone manages to recover from depression.
You see, policy affairs. I told you that I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with Ophelia's situation.
We understand, Hamlet. Now get him out of here. We still haven't finished talking to Gertrudis.
Right. Away, sir.
I knew it! I knew it! Why don't you blame me?
We feel this, Gertrudis. Hamlet is a difficult person to deal with.
It's okay.
I would like to end this, but Gertrudis, the topic now is why didn't you tell us before what happening with Ophelia? If you knew, why didn't you say it before? Is there something you haven't told us?
Gertrudis, if you had told us all this before, Hamlet would not have had to be arrested and under investigation. He is what right from the beginning. He is innocent.
Already know, and I am very sorry for what I caused to Hamlet and note. As you think, I am not hiding anything. I was only difficult for me to assimilate what happened with Ophelia. Seeing her so beautiful in an experience and smiling that it was difficult for me to see her in the river that day. It was difficult for me to read to what happened, to think, and she could have had depression hurts me.
Because?
Because you know how painful it is not to be understood that the person you love most has been killed. I think even I will know it. Only Ophelia knows the pain. Only her bitch knows it. She didn't ask for help because maybe she knows she won't be the same as before. There was always a little shadow chasing her. She decided to take the ice white out, made the right unchosen behavior, but it was her decision and you have to respect it. Let's just never forget that there is always a way out for everything.
Well, Gertrudis, I understand that depression is something very complex.
Your confession is true. Hamlet will go to hell for being accused and guilty of the death of Polonio.
I understand that. I just hope Ophelia rests in peace in the chapel. Reflection. Ophelia could be considered as a totally lucky person, since she came from a class social high. Youngest daughter of Bologna, Danish lord, sister of Laertes and pretendant to Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, is the embodiment of what was considered an exemplary daughter in those times.
Depression is a heartbreaking disease. Sadness, anger, hopelessness, all this mixes feeling in a single disease. We can see it in Ophelia, a young woman who went from being at the top of falling to the lowest point for a person. The loss of a loved one is a very hard blow, not.
Everyone handled it in the same way. Some cried, others get angry, but many overcome it. Unfortunately, Ophelia could not cope with this suffering, being too strong, that he ended up consuming her, losing every ounce of reason, seeing as the only option death.